just been working on a playbook. Currently we call it $1 Million Baker. It's basically our way of doing things. All the accumulation of micro lessons that we've learned over the course of time when it comes to everything to do with turning a bakery idea into a full-on livelihood and business. There's more little things that we've learned over the course of 8 years than you could really even imagine. And a lot of those little things actually aren't so little. Like imagine the documentation in hindsight of things that cost us thousands of dollars in terms of mistakes, now accumulated all in one place. That's basically $1 Million Baker. Everything from recipes to, hey, think about this way when you're selecting equipment. Or here's how to build a DIY proofer. Or here's how you deal with ambient dough when your walk-in fails. Just countless lessons like that. The course is online at milliondollarbaker.com, and there's legitimate bakeries around the world that are building their businesses utilizing this information, which is really cool to see. One of my favorite examples in Texas, you can look up grain root sourdough, just kind of followed the $1 Million Baker course to a T, and he was able to do what took us 5 or 6 years in a matter of 2. So just imagine how far ahead he is. I felt like we went fast with proof in how we built, but you can go even faster if you know what to look out for. And that's why we created that course. So if you haven't already checked it out, it's definitely worth a look at milliondollarbaker.com. This video alone will save you tens of thousands of dollars. We're going to talk a little bit about bakery layout, maximizing the holidays. Refrigeration is also extraordinarily expensive. What's going to happen when you're done with your mix? Task switching is an efficiency killer, and organization is critical in all of this. We borrowed around $800,000. If we don't honor those commitments to these banking relationships, we have everything on the line. Our house, our bakery equipment. It's one thing to use other people's money to grow. It's another thing to use other people's money to survive. Why would you take the risk to build, say, $1 million bakery if you don't have $1 million of sales to support it? There is a much higher chance of failure because you have to pay the bills for that space. How do you transfer those sales logically into your production system so that your teams can be organized, that you can buy the right amount of ingredients perhaps a week before that order is placed? The more you leave up to chance, the harder it is to ever really get it right. I wish that it was only flour that I had to deal with. We store 280 different SKUs of items. Cleaner supply that we need for washing the floor. Maybe it's barrels of olives. As you scale, you need space to accommodate every single thing that you buy on a recurring basis. There's nothing worse than going through an entire build-out process, spending every last dollar that you have, or worse, that you borrowed in order to build out, only to learn that there's this extra $20,000 you have to spend here, or this extra $10,000 that you have to spend there. What I'm trying to do is point out the things that tripped me up in building my bakeries in hopes of saving you the headache of learning these things in the midst of construction and the actual money that you could save by knowing this up front. There's disruptions in business. There's things that will knock you out. If you're building a business that's completely dependent on you, what are you going to do in those moments? Is it just simply shut down? That isn't a viable answer. You should know what your goal is. For us, we're trying to build something that's still going to be around decades from now. Proof has always been about community, grit, and an unwavering belief in doing meaningful work. We continue to receive messages from people around the world who had been following our YouTube channel and starting their own bakery businesses. To date, we've heard of around 500 startup operations getting off the ground
inspired by our story.
Why are we doing this in the first place? The joy of baking, the joy of acquiring new skills, the joy of just growing in general.
Every role matters. Skill-based roles can make or break everything that happens after the mix. This is a journey, not a final result. Get processes that are time-sensitive started.
The skill required to handle ambient bread is higher. Ornamental scoring is going to be next to impossible.
Your role in running your business is to keep things in balance.
Never putting yourself in a position where one account has so much of your operational bandwidth attached to it. The problem is, proofers cost a lot of money for a very little amount of space, $35,000.
Valentine's Day this year was on a Friday, turned out to be our 6th best ever day. In 1 week, we do more than we did in the entire year 2017. Try to combine your data sources and build good reporting for yourself. Have the right people in the right seats. If you don't, make sure you're not just offering blind grace and expecting different results.
We'll train our physical skills, we'll train other things. Mental skills are no different. We just have to practice it.
Checking equipment as you go is important. Keep the space clear and organized.
And hopefully some of the insights will help you avoid some of the traps that we have fallen into. Don't neglect this. Plan, plan, plan. And best of luck to you.